What's up, Inkbound enjoyers? I'm Mr. Hoodat, and this is a new series I'm starting up where I'll be streaking this game on its hardest difficulty, Inkbound, and trying to get a video out each day for each character in the game. We'll be trying to make these informative, kind of like a gameplay guide, and also we'll be keeping track of win streaks for each character separately. Now that I have all the items unlocked, with around 90 wins, I have a good grasp of the game, so I figured it's a good time to start making content for it. I'll be showing every run, whether it's a super easy run where I get overpowered early, a struggling run where I barely eke out a win, or a struggling run where I end up losing. But no matter what happens, the runs will get uploaded. Without further ado, let's get started with the Magma Miner. Magma Miner is the first character choice in Inkbound, and I'd say he's probably one of the most consistent characters to win with. His strength is in his heat passive, which gets generated from each hit and can give him 3 shield a turn, as well as ramping damage throughout the turn. His weakness is in his lack of range. He often has to spend will to reach the enemies, but that can be overcome with a few augments and skill choices I'll hopefully show throughout the run. Let's get started. Alright, so here are the Inkbound modifiers. I won't really go over all of them, it's just a lot of bonus HP that they get, more difficult book mutators, and some of the bigger ones are the Creeping Blight starts closer, so it comes in faster basically, and also inflicts a debuff, makes me take damage throughout the run, and then all the bosses get a bonus, I guess, modifier. Like for instance, Argoloth, the tentacles normally start with 2 stacks of the damage shield, but on this difficulty they start with 3. Alright, let's get into it. So we have Argoloth, visit the Carver 3 times. I should mention, I think there's a game-breaking bug currently in the game with Argoloth. One of my runs I was playing in a duo, the game ended up crashing, and then I tried reloading it, and my game was just hard locked for an hour. I couldn't log in until the lobby died. So I'm probably just gonna never take Argoloth until I know that that situation's fixed. But anyway, we have Argoloth, visit Carver 3 times. Shadow of Runestone, inflict dazed or deal crits 60 times, and Cinder, deal 25k damage. So I think I'm just gonna go Cinder, deal 25k damage. I do end up wanting to take a quest that I know I can complete. If I end up going Burn, then the deal crit one might take a while to get done. Whereas damage is pretty easy to get done before the boss. Look at my vault. So the only interesting thing here is Twin Fangs. I guess Trader Dagger's not that bad. 10 stacks of poison could add up if I end up going for crits. I'm probably just going to end up taking Twin Fangs. Let's look at my augment before I choose. Alright, so from common augments with Magma Miner, I guess I should start by saying it's important to know the augments for your character and where your big payoff augments are. For Magma Miner, his commons aren't that interesting. Scorching Leap is one of the good ones for a burn build. The other ones are kind of just like meh damage or crit chance, which isn't really that necessary. So I definitely don't want to be rolling early because there's nothing I really care about rolling into. So I'm kind of just choosing what I'm given. And from here, I think I want to get into burn with Scorching Leap. Yeah, I'm not a fan of taking common augments on my 3 early, because if I do end up going for big payoff crits, I don't want to waste the slots. Each skill only has 3 slots. I'm really looking for the Mega Smash, the 120 damage one, and then one that increases crit damage as well. So I think I'm just gonna go Scorching Leap. It doesn't force me into burn right away, but it's a good start if I do end up going into burn. And then I'm taking Twin Fangs here, plus 25% crit damage. And every time I use a binding, it gains crit chance until it gains a crit charge. Pretty good early game binding, helps me get those crits. So we have Vengewood, Inkshell. Inkshell is they gain a stacking damage resist buff up to 5. Very hard to deal with. Proving Grounds, Final Chapters. On turn end, enemies gain an attack boost. This is a really scary combination if I don't find Evasion, because the boss scales in damage every time you hit him. He's gonna be doing 50 damage after a few turns. So this is kind of an easy way to die if I don't get After Image. We have Silent Promenade, and these are all really difficult. Funk Filled. On defeat, enemies create a large blight pool beneath them. So once again I said Magma Miner's weakness is in his range, and the fact that I'm creating blight pools, it makes it really hard to get to the enemies, get around these blight pools, and get hits off without taking damage myself. I think I have to go Final Chapter's Proving Grounds, which I said is a very easy way to kill the run early. I think I'm going to save my rerolls to get After Image. After Image really counters the boss. I'm a little scared though. I have lost a run before to this combination. Alright, let's see what I get for potion. Barrier potion, 10 shield, pretty nice. Let's get into the first fight. Okay, so I will be showing like pop-ups of all these modifiers just so I don't have to like go over them each time. So the first few times that they show up, I'm going to be showing like little pop-ups, and then after that, I'm going to kind of just leave it alone so you guys remember what they are. So starting out, you don't want to just hit things willy-nilly, especially on this difficulty. You kind of want to test your ranges, see if you can hit multiple enemies at the same time, see where you want to position. I don't think I could hit both of these with bonk. It means I just want to kill one of my 3 basically. I think the plan is leap on both, and then just kill, I guess, the right one, because I want to end up down here, so I'm near the orb next turn. And like I said, it's better to like plan out your turns, figure out where you're positioning throughout the turn, because something I see a lot of people do is they don't utilize the 0 will movement that you have. Basically every attack, you get free movement. You're really able to like min-max where you're positioned throughout the turn. So I'm going to hit both. I want to be as down as possible so I can end my turn near the orb. And I just need to hit this once, and then smash should kill it, right? It's going to be at 186. I don't think Smash kills it, actually. It's going to be at 10% more damage than that. So yeah, Smash doesn't actually kill this. I needed to hit both with Bonk to be able to do that. I can grab the orb and kill it then. Alright, so this ding means I'm in range of the orb. I think I'd rather save the crit than save my 3 cooldown here. So I'm just going to use my 3. I want to end the turn as close to the left one as possible because he's going to arrow attack me next turn. These always do circle then arrow. They're very predictable enemies. Alright, so these enemies have blight bombs, so when I do kill them I want to make sure I have shield up so I don't take damage. So I should be able to hit these 2 easily, yep. And the question is, do I need the orb to kill these? I don't think I do. I think I kill these pretty easily. Doing 60 or 70 with bomb? 71? No. Why am I not dealing 70? I guess... I always thought crit damage started at 100 for some reason. So it goes to 122, and then I have 2 bonks after leap. That's 70 extra. So yeah, I don't think I actually kill this without the orb. So let's grab orb first. Could leap on both of these instead so that I can get my leap cooldown going. No, that doesn't make sense because then it's going to be hard to get in range of hitting both. So let's just grab the orb first. Leap on both and hit both. Alright, so now I have shields so I can hit the blight bomb without worrying about taking damage. I didn't actually end up needing the extra orb. Maybe I should have spent the time to calculate a little better. The double heat generation there made my bonk do a lot more damage than I anticipated. So I want to end turn centralized and then as close to them as possible. It's always good to end your turn centered because the orb like spawns randomly in this whole area. So you want to like make sure you're always going to be in range of the orb. So I'm just going to end up killing one of these. I can't kill both because they're spread out. Don't really need to think too much here, just bonk one of them to death. And then leap. End up taking 2 damage this fight. Maybe even more. Am I able to get to 5 heat? I don't think I can. So yeah, I'm gonna end up taking more damage here. So there's no way to get to 5 heat. Alright, took 3 damage. It's not that big of a deal. Grab my vault. So we do have some burn synergy. Being hit inflict 2 stacks of burn. Very weak though. All these are pretty weak. I think braced belt is the best of them. Makes me not have to worry too much about my first turn. Which is actually pretty good with a dot build. Because dot builds don't really kill too many enemies on the first turn. Definitely don't want to reroll common powers. So let's just take crit damage. Almost always favor crit damage over crit chance, because if you do go a crit build, you can get all your crit chance from after image, which I do plan on taking because I'm in the Proving Grounds anyway. So crit damage is almost always better than chance because of after image, and then there's other relics like Twin Fangs, for instance, that gives you free crit chance. Let's go crit damage. I guess before choosing, I can see my augment again. Once again, I don't want to roll these early game. Rolls are more powerful later on, and this character doesn't have too many good commons. So I do end up getting a burn augment, so I think I will take that. And then my last leap augment is going to be cooldown, so I can do it twice a turn. So let's grab that. And I will end up going the burn relic, just give myself a little bit of extra burn damage. Get the bindings. Looking for after image, chain lightning, incendiary blink. Most of all, after image. Alright, so blink after image. Definitely taking the after image because I'm against Proving Grounds boss. I think his name is Janus. And since I have this modifier as well that increases damage, I think it's called Final Chapters, definitely going to need the evasive or I'm going to end up dying. Alright, so I didn't really mention why I chose Vault first. So my goal is to get 250 fillings so I can reach the double augment room and buy the rare augment. And you don't need 2 cages right away, you only need 1. And the Vault first, it potentially gives you a relic that gives you extra money each fight, like cheese cards, and there's a few others as well that give you extra money. So I always go Vault first, then cage second, never really deviate from that. And then after that, I almost always choose Vault over cages, and then I choose rerolls over Vaults as well. Alright, look around for some potions. Did get a brain tuna, probably saving that for the boss. Let's go begin the fight. Alright, so we have a loot goblin with a treasure pot. And we have this enemy with bombs. So these enemies are going to arrow me next turn. It might be a good idea to kill them rather than killing the treasure pot. I think as long as I get one of them like really low kill range, I should be able to kill the other 2. Let's test some ranges. See if I can hit all 3. Don't think... Oh, I'm barely able to. Okay, so I have to stand here to hit all 3. I think I will do that. And then since I can hit all 3, I'm going to have high heat for the turn. Like higher heat than normal. So I think I will take the orb first before I do all this. Sleep. Make sure I can get into that position. I have to find that pixel again. I wish they made it a little easier to like find these positionings. Am I just not able to do it from here? Should be able to. Felt a lot easier to find before. Okay, here we go. It's like literally just like 1 pixel on the entire board. We're gonna do this twice and then probably use my 3 on this after I generated 10 heat. Well, I could just do this 3 times. Yeah, maybe I just keep bonking. Gets this killed. This is already dead to burn. Yeah, the stuff's already dead. I'm fine taking 0. The bonk actually almost does more damage. I'll just use my 3 here. Alright, so the treasure is dead to 1 bonk next turn, and then these die to burn. Alright, so now I have spiders with powered phasing. Very scary. Alright, so spiders are dealing 3, those are dealing 4. So I'm probably gonna end up just hitting these a bunch, since it's like the only thing that's in my range. Yeah, I don't really see a world where I can kill this without it like costing too much, because kind of just out of the way. Don't really want to bonk this because it's gonna be blocked with the phasing, but I need a way to get to the orb. I don't really want to waste after image. So this dies to burn, don't really need to worry about it. It's a bit unfortunate, but I think I just have to waste this crit bonk here. It makes more sense than just walking towards the orb. Yeah, it makes more sense than just walking towards the orb. I'm gonna bonk. Just feels so bad. Okay, so now I'm in range of the orb. Let's grab the orb. And now I can leap. And even though the loot goblin's dead, I want to leap for the heat generation. Let me just make sure I kill this thing. So I can't hit 2 at the same time. It's just way too awkward. I want to get damage on these phasers because they gain stacks. So the problem with leaping here is it's going to be hard to walk into position. So I'm going to be here. And that's like as much as I could... I might be able to get into this position actually. I leap on all three. Yeah, I should be able to. Let's just get best position as possible. There we go. Alright, so end my turn here and just bonk twice. Evasion does get value here because I'm taking lots of hits. And it gives my bonk crit guaranteed, so it's kind of the same as bonking twice. It's a little worse actually because I get less heat that way. Oh, I also lose the 5 heat. Forgot about that part. Did end up killing this anyway though. Alright, so I take 4 here. Okay, so this is the only thing attacking me. It's pretty easy to kill. But all 4 of these are going to arrow me next turn. I'm going to say the phrase arrow a lot. Arrow just means this little pointy attack. It's basically just a direct hit. So I call these like circle AoEs, where like you can easily just walk out and you're fine. And these are hits that you have to worry about the arrows. So arrow enemies are just enemies that are going to be attacking me with an arrow, basically. Alright, so I want to make my way to the orb so I can leap. So let's do that. It's just going to take 1 bonk. Not really able to bonk 2 enemies at the same time like this, unless I move. Let's just hit 1. Grab the orb. Alright, so I got a 2 crit. That's nice. Bit unfortunate that I have to waste the crit on the phasing though, once again. Should be able to kill it easily anyway. I want to end my turn up here, so let's go more up. Alright, so 3 bonks should do it, right? It's doing 42 now, and it's going to grow in 20% each time. So it's 42, 50, 60, which is not really close to being enough. So I actually made a mistake with where I leaped then, because I should have recognized that I needed to use my 3 to kill it. It shouldn't really matter though, because this is only 3, no, because I'm not getting 5 heat, so I will end up taking 3 damage here, I think. But I definitely want to get this killed. Yeah, I end up taking 3 damage with that leap mistake, but that's okay. Let's just end my turn up here then. Although I did get a crit on my bonk. Can I kill with bonk now? I don't think I can. If I kept hitting both at the same time, I might have been able to get a kill like this. But I won't get a kill unless I bonk crit again. So let's just take the 3 instead of chancing it. Alright, so now I have 3 arrowed enemies. I'm into the miner's weakness here, which is its range. Until I get cooldown on this, kind of hard to reach these enemies. I think I just want to grab the orb first to leap. Thought I could leap on all 3, but I can't. So I definitely want to kill the one that's 6 attack over the ones that are 4. Yeah, let's just bonk this a couple times and leap on the bottom one. And I'm going to end up taking 1 damage here. Oh no. I got there with the lucky crit. Nice. So I'm at 40 health. It's a little low, but it's alright. Probably going to end up rerolling this. Said I don't like rerolling common powers, but when it's literally nothing, then you kind of have to reroll it. Definitely don't want to take HP. Let's get the augment first. I did end up getting an uncommon. Not really a fan of that, especially since I plan on going burn at this point. But I'm not locked into burn yet. Like, I haven't taken any magic power yet. I could always switch out, especially with after image. After image favors a crit build. I think regardless, I don't want crit chance on smash, since I have after image if I do end up going that direction. After image basically lets you not have to worry about crit chance anymore. Not really a fan of rolling here, even though I kind of want burn on bonk. So yeah, rolling here is not ideal. So I think I'm just going to end up taking critical smash. I want to save burns on my bonk. Even though this is kind of redundant with my after image, 3 is kind of the slot that I kind of want to use my throwaway augments on right now. Alright, let's reroll, try to get magic power or burn. Alright, we got magic power. I'm definitely going to take this over the crit. So I'm kind of locked in onto magic power burn at this point. Let's get rare augment. So we have Mega Smash, Stunning Leap, Accurate Image. Accurate Image is a very strong augment. I was going physical crits. Not really that necessary for burn builds. Kind of only took this image to counter the boss. Let me think real quick on what other augments I can roll into here. So the smash augment is extracting. I can get an orb for each kill once a turn. It's pretty strong with detonate later. I think the leap rare is plus damage. I think it's like plus 90 damage or something like that, which I definitely don't want. I want a minus cooldown on leap, which is an uncommon finding. And then the bonk is either scorching, which is a good burn augment, or shattering. I think I do end up wanting to roll here. Let's look at my other augments first. Okay, so I got... Oh no, I thought this was leap for some reason. I got shielding leap, which is pretty good, but I'd much rather cooldown. I can leap twice a turn. See, I think I want to roll this one as well, which is a little unfortunate because my next binding is coming up, and I really want to make sure I have incendiary. I'm not really in a rush to get minus cooldown on leap. I think I can get it at any time. I think I will take the minus cooldown smash, which will be nice once I get detonate going. Detonate doesn't really need like plus damage on smash at all. It's just going to one-shot everything. You just want to get it as soon as possible with cooldowns. I think I will take cooldown on this, save a roll. And then here, I do want to roll for Scorching Bonk. Missed it. I was right. It wasn't plus 90, it was plus 60. So I missed what I was looking for. Definitely don't want evasive image. Although maybe I do, because I was planning on just using this to counter the boss. I think it's going to be rare that there's going to be two enemies attacking me though with arrows. I think I'm going to be cleaning up the other enemies pretty often. So I think I'm going to roll again for Scorching Bonk. I don't want to like waste slots on things that don't coincide with my burn. I might be going like too all in on it when it's not really showing me it. Like I could just switch. I only took one magic power here. I could just switch into Shatter and just go for physical crits with After Image. The only problem is I wasted my smash slots, which is not ideal, as well as my leap slots. So like both of these are very bad critting abilities at this stage. So yeah, maybe it is too late. I think I'm too invested into burn with these slots being wasted. Yeah, I think I am going to roll for Scorch. Alright, got my Scorching Bonk. I'm just gonna grab it. Looks a stack of burn. If I already burned it, AoEs it. Pretty strong. Alright, so I definitely need glyphs here, because my next binding's coming up and I need incendiary. Alright, so I definitely want to save the fish for the boss. So a little trick here that I see people not really do too much in public lobbies until I tell them is anything in this arena will stay after you hit the arena. So you can keep potions in here for later fights. Whereas if I just took this potion and left it on the ground and then started the fight, the potion would go away. So always like try to save potions and fish by like keeping it in the arena. Let's start this up. Okay, phasing targets. So all these enemies are going to arrow me next turn, which is kind of a problem. I do have After Image to tank one of them. So I think I just want to kill these two and then focus one down. And then get the one I focus down dead next turn. And then tank this with a evasion. Alright, so I want to leap here. I want to work my way up so I can start attacking this one as well. I actually want to burn the target. Pretty sure this burns even though he's phased, right? Yeah, it does. Alright, now I can kill these. So this goes to 8. I'll just kill them then with the bonk. It is a crit bonk though. I think I'll crit bonk up here. And then hit this with a smaller bonk because I don't need much to kill it. Alright. So I got what I wanted. I did end up killing this with a burn. My burn is pretty strong at this point. So I did more than what I wanted, actually. So now I have 3 arrows. My plan was to tank one with the evasion. My positioning is a little bad because I can't reach the orbs that easily. Alright, so I'm just going to bonk this and work my way to both orbs. Alright, I can reach both of them now, so I'm going to do that. I don't want to waste hits on one enemy when I can easily hit 2. Just want to make sure I don't do the mistake of accidentally moving to get to the orb. It's a little frustrating when you're like just out of range, or just like in range, I mean. Sometimes, even though you click the orb in range, your character will move towards it and waste a will. Yeah, like right there. I very obviously wanted this orb, but the character chose otherwise. I wish they'd make that a little easier to maneuver. So I'm gonna use Swift first, so I can start getting on a cooldown with the orb. Got a crit on my 3. I think I'm just gonna take the kill. My 3. Kill the higher HP one. It does not kill, so let's just kill this one. Alright, end up taking 3 here, mainly due to not being able to get my heat up. Alright, these phasing targets are very frustrating. So, they're all gonna arrow me next turn. I'd like to be able to kill this one, just because it's easy to. I don't know if I can kill all 3 of these things though. I don't need to deal too much to this because I can burn it with leap. I just don't really have a good way to kill the thing up top. Bit of a problem with burn build. Like if I just had like damage on my bonk here, I can easily just kill everything here. But burn, you kind of have to take damage to deal damage. Alright, gonna start with taking the orb. And then leaping. I want to work my way up. So I want to leap as far up as I can while hitting both. I think I actually just have to leave this alone and just take a big hit to kill everything so I don't take hits later. Like I can kill it pretty easily, but I'd just rather kill this, right? I can't kill both. So this dies to burn, so I just kill this then. Let's hit this one first, in case I get a crit, so I can kill this. Oh, I did not do that correctly. So I ended up taking like the worst of both worlds, where I took damage from everything. I do have a fish on the ground, so I can use a potion, so let's use our potion here. Just to fix our mistake of taking 4 extra damage. Alright. So the targets are arrowing me. Don't have a cooldown for after image, so I am gonna have to take a hit. So I'd like to kill this one then, because it's more damage, which is a bit awkward because then I can't. Oh, I can hit both. Nice. Okay. So just gonna kill these 2 enemies, and then I should be able to clean up after that. I'm just gonna use my 3 here. Bonk does kill, so might as well just use Bonk twice then, just to save my 3 next turn if I need it. Alright, just gonna bonk this phase off. And just kill this thing. Grab the orb, leap. Has to burn now. Oh. Why did it show it was dying to burn, and then I ended turn and it didn't die to burn? Interesting. Magic power or burn damage. Right now my burns are dealing 12, which means magic power gets it up to 13.2. So burn damage at the moment is better, but very soon magic power will outscale it. And magic power also will increase the damage of my magic power, or my magic abilities, which will turn them magic when I get ascensions. So I think I will play for a later game, and magic power is just a bit better than burn damage. Grab my fish for the boss. Okay, green augments. So I have Smoldering or Quick Leap. I definitely want Quick Leap as my last one, so I can leap twice a turn. So let's just take it, even though I also want Smoldering, just to make sure I get this. And then my future augments will no longer show leap, so it helps out my consistency later on as well. Something to think about. Let's get my incendiary. I have 4 rerolls for it. I don't want to use them though. So when you are playing a dot build, you really need rerolls for your ascensions. Okay, so chain or reroll. Interesting choice here. If I do reroll into incendiary, it gives me another really strong ascension with, I think it's called a wildfire. Probably end up putting it on screen. It might be called something different, but it's the one that basically does what detonate does. So it gives you more consistency with rolling ascensions. But chain lightning is also very strong. Really shores up my bad early game right now. Gives me reach onto enemies that are kind of out of the way. It's just not really good for this boss though. Yeah, I really want incendiary here. It's just there's so many spell bindings that it's really hard to find sometimes. If I end up having to use like 3 to 4 rerolls, then I really wish I just picked chain. If I used like 1 to 2 rerolls, then I'm happy. I will reroll for it though. Okay, missed again. Restoration and blink are both pretty good. Just 1 incendiary though. Just gonna reroll for it. Missed again. Let's reroll again. Missed again. Let's reroll again for it. Ended up missing. Very, very bad. Should have just taken chain lightning. Alright, so cultivate or cone of frost. Cultivate's kind of nice with a burn build. Lets me just spam burn stacks. Can also turn it into the HP version to give me sustain. And I think it's going to be better than cone of frost for this boss fight as well. Let's just take cultivate. Pretty unhappy with that outcome, honestly. So between Sea Breach or Shrine, there are some good Sea Breaches, but I just want to gain power right now. Though since I don't have rerolls, maybe Sea Breach was better. So crit damage or HP. I'm kind of scared of dying actually. I normally hate taking HP, but crit damage is just kind of iffy with a burn build, like it's not necessary. And I think this is the scariest point of the run, where burn build is not very strong early, and I'm against a very difficult boss plus modifier combination. I'm just gonna make sure I don't die here. Boss battle, let's pop our tuna. And I do have a strong potion for this as well. I'm not too scared, just a little scared. My after image makes me feel a lot safer here. So I'm arrowed 3 times. I'm gonna tank this one. So I'm gonna take 1 damage here, I think. I don't want to waste my after image. I want to save it for big hits rather than use it for crits. So let's start with... I don't really need the movement right now, because I'm just gonna leap. I'm gonna leap on these 3. So I'll save my plant use for when I want movement. Alright, so I'm gonna hit these 2. I want to hit them from down if I can. So here I need the movement, so I'm gonna use my plant. I want to put it centered. Oh, I lost the heat, so I don't one-shot that anymore. It's a little unfortunate. So with those 2, grab the orb, leap on all 3. I'd like to leap on the boss though. Taking too much damage. Maybe I just leap on the boss solo like this at the end of the turn. Alright, I'm just gonna hit down here and then leap on the boss to get burn going. I don't know, I just don't like the idea of taking damage. Maybe just leap down here and then run is the plan. So this is gonna die. I want the burn stacking right away though, but I'd rather just not take 4 damage. Or 4 extra damages, I should say. It's also not dying. I don't know why I thought it would be dying. I did not play this turn out very well, but this is the bet I made. Okay, boss is arrowing. It's only hitting for 3 right now. Alright, so gonna crit this. And work my way here, and then hit both of these at the same time. I can't leap on the boss and this, so I have to leap like that. I don't want to waste after image because it's a very long cooldown, and I really need it once I start hitting this boss and buffing him. It's just awkward that I can't leap on the guy and the boss at the same time. And I also can't bonk him at the start. Alright, so I'm gonna end up leaping like that. I think what I'm gonna do is hit this, hit the guy, twice and then leap up here. Maybe down here and grab the orb and then leap up there. Wait, why is this? Oh, he's only at 36. I thought I needed the crit to kill him for some reason, so I only need to bonk him once then, which is nice. I can leap down here. So I need 70 to kill this, so I think it's better to just leap right away. I could hit one more time. Hitting one more time makes me take damage though. Yeah, I'll just take the 0 damage and then use my last will to like reposition. Let's grab the orb, leap. So I can't hit both of these with bonk, right? Thought I was able to, I guess not. Oh, here we go. Okay, so leap, and I want to get into that spot. Once again, really wish that they made this like pixel finder easier. Alright, here we go. Not gonna hit both of these. No, the boss is just out of range. So I'd rather reposition. I think so. Get myself centralized. I don't need to hit that. So take 0. Plant is still planting. Still have my evade for when I need it. Boss fight's looking good. Another boss attack I don't need to worry about. So this is the turn where I buff it a lot. Although, maybe I just take the slow and just slow burn it. Because that way he's not getting buffed a bunch. Yeah, maybe the only thing I hit this boss with for the whole fight is leap. Just to slowly buff it rather than get it to like 40 attack right away. So there is a way to bonk both. I don't know. Maybe I just buff the boss and get the burn flowing. I'm just going to take so much damage. And I'm not going to be able to after image twice. I guess I can after image the first big arrow hit. And then pot the second one. And then after image the third one. So yeah, maybe it is better to just speed this up. Okay, so the target's going to die to burn. Let's end my turn over here. Okay, so the boss dies to burn, so I don't need to hit it anymore, and it's already hit. I do end up wanting to grab this orb for cooldown on my plant. Okay, so target dies to burn. I'm a little afraid the thing that happened last time will happen again. Where, actually it will, because I'm going to lose 3 heat. I'm just going to hit this one more time then, just to make sure. I'm losing the 3 heat on the boss is kind of a big deal, so I need to do 246. And it's looking like 369 with the 4 heat, so when I lose the heat by using the plant, I think I should still phase him. Let's grab the orb that's about to fade. This plant has 3 more turns on it. Use our plant. Okay, so the boss still gets phased. Nice. Alright, so the boss is arrowing for 7 only. I'm surprised he's not, like, getting up there yet with, final chapters. So I'd like to leap on the boss to get the burn flowing again. There's no good leap with the enemies, really. We're gonna leap here, kill this enemy, grab both orbs, and then leap up here. Basically leaving this target alone, which might not be the best idea. It'd be better to just start burning this as well. Maybe I can end my turn by leaping onto this, save an orb. Might be a good time to plant, since this is the turn with the most enemies. And the plant's at its biggest. Or it's at its biggest next turn. I think I will plant, just because this is the turn where I want to kill everything. Maybe I should have saved it for movement. This orb, leap on these. Well, I'd rather leap on the boss than the extra enemy. So I can't hit both, so let's just bonk this enemy. I do want to crit it rather than not critting it. Now hit the boss a bunch. Actually kill this really quickly. don't know why I was so afraid of this fight. Yeah, I just murder the boss. So what does more damage, my crit or the heat? The heat does more damage. So I want to smash and then evade. Alright, so yeah, I could just murder the boss then. I was afraid for no reason. So now there's nowhere to stand. Should just be able to kill this, right? Could just shield as well, if need be. Okay, got the kill, didn't take much damage. Maybe after image was a little overkill. Basically got no value that fight. I don't know. I've died to this boss before with this combination, but I think it was just in multiplayer when people are just not hitting it correctly. Like, you're supposed to just do like bigger hits to it early and then spam at the end. But I've seen it go up to like 40 to 50 attacks. Alright, so first ascension. Really bad that I wasted the rerolls and then missed. But my ascension is still strong with Shadow Image. It's one of the best ascensions in the game. It's kind of the reason that After Image is so powerful. Ally gains 5 stacks of stealth, which is plus 10 ability power. And then every time I use an ability or take a hit, I lose it. And I also gain critical charge. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, where gaining either damage or evasion, and you can choose. Let's look at the epic augment. On pickup, physical bindings gain discount. It's not that great. Only really like picking up 2 flowers on boss fights. So I could just transition back into... it's kind of already too late. I'm like committed into burn with my augments. Not really good showcasing for the Magma Miner though. This run has kind of fallen apart, but I think I'll still get the win regardless. I think I will take discounted smash. I do plan on going detonate still as like my main carry ability, and this is like the best binding I can get with detonate. Alright, so now I have 2 fully augmented bindings. So now my consistency with rolling is going to get a lot better. Full HP. The run really wants to turn me back into physical. But I'm too committed now with all my bindings. Like, going for physical with smash having no damage added is really bad. Especially when both of my new abilities have no damage. Like, I have no carry ability anymore. It would have to be bonk with added damage, but I already just passed up that. We'll take physical power. It's good for now. Not going to be good later. So we have Shimmering Barricade, Promenade. We have Wit Thief, Garden's Edge, or Ink Shield, Vengewood. So I believe on taking dot damage, enemies will always have Ink Shield. So this kind of counters dot builds, because they're starting the turn with the two stacks, so it's 40% damage resist. And then they're going to take the dot damage with 40% damage resist. I think I have to go Shimmering Barricade, even though it got buffed. You gain 8% max HP shield every other turn. Silent Promenade with Magma Miner is also not that great. It's just annoying though, like it's not difficult, it's just really annoying. Promenade is definitely like the most annoying map, because you can't move around much, and the whole map is just filled with circles. Alright, second potion is Mercury Elixir. Alright, so we have our Burrower. Damage resist when submerged. And these have Overachiever. So I would like to start burning the Burrower. Cool thing about dot builds on the Burrower is they do full damage when they so like when they're submerged, the dot is going to do full damage now rather than half damage. Because it's going to pop up and then take the dot. I'm not really interested in using stealth. I will use my plant first because it gets rid of heat. I think I will keep it like centered. So I can't hit both with bonk. Let's grab the orb. Leap again. So this dies to burn. Just trying to think of how I want to end this turn. If I want to take damage to deal like an extra bit of burn, which I don't really want to do. So I think I end my turn like this. Means if I go up here, I don't think I'll have the reach to walk down there. So let's just hit this once then. And end my turn here. Alright, we have 2 arrows. One of them is big damage. The other is 7. Fortunately, can't leap on this and the burrower. So I just want to keep stacking burn on the burrower. So let's leap like this. Maybe I should have started with stealth. I do want to stealth this hit. I think it's fine to stealth now. I do lose the 2 heat that I just gained though. And then grab the orb. And leap in the same way. So that does die to burn. I want to end my turn up here. I'm okay with wasting a stack of stealth for a bonk. It's a crit bonk, so it does get good value. And then smash this. And take 0, ending my turn near the plant. Alright, so these 2 arrow me now with big damage. This is unstable reaction. They basically start with big damage, and the more they get hit, they do less. It's a little unfortunate their positioning. So far away from each other. So I think this is just a plant turn, just because I don't want to take this damage. I'm gonna grab the plant first. And leap on these 2, grab the orb, and then leap down. Wait, why is this only taking 100? Was I wrong? I'm pretty sure this is just displaying wrong. I'm fairly certain that they take the full dot damage when they are submerged. I'll have to see at the end of the turn. Right, leap down here. I don't know if I'm able to kill these. I might have to shield this turn. I could use this as well, save my shield. I have a lot of energy. I'm just going to use this one rather than shielding, because I think I will need the cooldowns. I don't think 5 bonks gets the job done, just because the bonks do no damage. Alright, so I want to save my 3 on this for when I'm full heat. And it might just be a shadow image play as well. And shadow image at the end of my turn. Save the stealth for the following turn. 168. I think I just hit this once. Yeah, so I'm going to hit this once, so it dies to burn. And I'm going to leap up here. And make my way down here, hit it with a 3, and then end my turn with shadow image. Just to get burn on these 2, because they're going to arrow me next turn. Bit of a weird play. But I think it makes sense. Also get extra burn on this. Alright, so now walk down here. Doesn't kill. I was hoping it would kill. It kills with shadow image. I lose 8 ability power, gain 10. That's going to be 20% extra. Which is 48 extra. So 288. Yeah, it's barely enough. Okay. Why was my math wrong? So I lost 8, gained 10. I think I needed to subtract the 8 and then do 100% off of what's left rather than just adding 2. It doesn't matter that much, honestly. I want to end like as close to the center as possible because the creep's coming in. Alright, so it's not going to die because it's not burning, unfortunately. Something interesting I just noticed. Stealth goes really well with dot builds. So the stealth is giving me the power for the burn. Like the burn is dealing extra damage with this power. But I'm not losing the stealth when they burn. So you get good value with stealth on a dot build. Alright, let's look at the vault. Nothing too interesting here. It is a green, which means it's a little more valuable to reroll than common. Let's reroll at least once. Okay, Tracker's Cleats is pretty nice, as well as Token of Regret. So I'm pretty sure with shielding, you can't go negative. So this is only negative if I grab shielding relics. Whereas if I get shielding from my heat, I think I still get 3. The extra will is pretty nice. The evasive is really good too. Shores up my turn 1 where I'm not really able to kill much. It's definitely not a reroll. Like, these are 2 really, really strong green relics. I'm just gonna go with the 1 will. I think it's overall just better. Ooh. Okay, so here if I grab this, then I get 0, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I should have checked this first, because 2 shielding is really, really nice. Let's just go 2 AP. And look at the augment. So these are greens. Extracting bonk is pretty nice with the burn build, so I don't need to deal damage with my bonks, and this will get me extra burn stacks. I wish I had a reroll to get smoldering. Don't really want the cooldown stuff, although this is like a good throwaway. This one cooldown on plant isn't that bad, and there's not many good plant augments. I kind of want purples on bonk, or at least 1 slot for whack-a-bonk. Kind of sucks that I don't have like strong abilities that work with purple well, like blink. Like, blink's purples are like the best in the game. You get an extra orb every time you use it. So I'll just throw away on the cultivate. Let's go double augment room. So we did get a purple, but not really interested in bonus damage. I want Whack-a-Bonk and Smoldering as my last 2, I think. These aren't very good. Let's look at this augment first. On extracting again. And once again, these are kind of wasted slots. Let's just take extracting. And then I definitely don't want to close it up with whopping. So let's just take evasive. I think it's gonna be better than the 1 will. Definitely need rerolls for my ascension rooms. Once again, this run is kind of really bad for like a first run for the series. But maybe it'll be interesting, like, to show like a bad run and show how to win with a bad run. This is like one of my worst runs this week, I would say. You can still win with these kind of runs. The game's not too difficult as long as you play correctly. So this is Burrower phasing, kind of scary. I want to get burn going on him as soon as possible. Alright, so I'm going to leap like this twice, and then just bonk this one down, take the 2, which I will be able to with the shield I'll get from heat. So basically I want to start with the cultivate, just planning out my turn first. So you want to start with these kind of abilities first because they get rid of your heat. Something that's kind of hard to notice with heat is if you use a binding without damaging an enemy, you lose all stacks. So you want to use these kind of bindings first. Now do what I planned on doing. Leap on these twice. It's really annoying to do. I want to end more up if I can. Alright, I think that's as far up as I can get. Alright, so now I have to bonk this twice. And I'm just going to end out here. Maybe I bonk this once then, and then work my way out. That's another thing I wish they'd show is multiple 0 movements. Like, so I have 3 0 movements to work with, right? Is that enough to reach out here? It's kind of hard to visualize. Which I think it is. So I'm going to start by bonking this. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. So I take an extra 1 with that mistake. End up here. Alright, 4 arrows, so there's an enemy hiding up here. I'd like to keep leaping on the burrowers. I can't hit both anymore though. So stealth lets me one-shot these. Is that something I want to do? I think it is. Alright, so now I plan on tanking this. So I want to kill this and work my way down. Got an orb out of this. It's actually really helpful. I could leap down here. Grab this orb. Leap over here. Wait, where's my heat? Why don't I have any heat? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know this was a thing. So, because I leaped on his phase and dealt no damage, I lost all my heat. Even though it's a damaging attack. Using a binding without damaging an enemy. Okay. So I lost a lot of damage like this then. So I have this evasion no matter what, so I'm okay with using an ability. Alright, things are getting pretty hectic. Do have a plant going. So leap should be able to kill this burrower. Question is, do I want to place another plant down? It's not really that necessary. I want to make sure I'm killing all this stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use a plant. So I want to leap up here first, because that's where the orb is. I would like leap to one-shot these so I don't have to bonk them. So is there like a efficient way to bonk? There is. So we bonk these twice. Now I leap up here so the leap one-shots because of the heat generation. Could also get this burrower in there. That's worth it. It's also a good turn to grab this plant. I should be able to kill these without grabbing the plant. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm in range of this orb. Let's grab the orb. So I can leap on both, which is very useful, and then I just bonk both. I'm taking 14 this way. Probably just a good time to use my 10 pot. I think if I position that better I could hit both of these. But unfortunate. So use my 10 pot. These burrow enemies with empowered phasing are very scary. So they just gain more and more damage and they're hard to kill. Okay. So don't want to use cultivate. Alright, so I can hit all 4 of these. So again, I want to leap on the orbs first. So let's leap here. Then bonk. Grab the plant. Grab the orb. Leap on these 3. Yeah, leap on these 3. Then I'm going to bonk left, grab the orb again, and then leap again. Alright. So now this should just die to burn after a few hits. Alright, cleaned up the fight. It was a bit sketchy, but we ended up using a potion to get out of the sketchy turn. I have 4 rerolls. Burn damage is great. Second time we saw shattering instead of scorching. I think I'd rather whack a bonk on this now, and bonk isn't going to be like my main source of burning. My 2 will be, so I'm going to save my rerolls for my 2, or my 3 of course. I want detonate, and then I think it's called crater. Let's just go accurate image here. Normally one of the best augments for after image, but not really too necessary with this build. It's just kind of another throwaway. Like, the difference between a detonate and a crit detonate isn't that much. Like, it's still just one-shotting everything. Let's grab this fish. Quickly puffer, one of the worst ones. So I have 2 rerolls here. Really need to get what I need right now, else the run falls apart. So I think I said it was called Crater. It's called Comet, I think, is the burn one. So I think I will reroll. I need a good burn source and then detonate. Alright, found detonate. Even though I want the Comet first, I will take detonate. Alright, so now my 3 is magical, and it's dealing damage per stack of burn, which I am generating a lot of, even though I don't have one of these burn ascensions yet. So Sea Breach or Shrine. I will go Shrine. It's just always a bonus, whereas Sea Breach is sometimes a bonus. This is a roll. Right, 2 ability power is nice. I guess I should explain like the difference between this stuff for like newer players, or people that don't have the game yet. So AP is all sources gain 10% per point. Physical is only physical sources gain 10%. And then magical is only magical gain 10% per point. So with 4 AP and 2 magical, I essentially have 6 magical. Definitely want rerolls here. Glyph Globe. Rerolls are of the utmost importance with top builds. You really need to hit the ascensions. Alright, this guy's Juggernaut, very tanky. Facing down 4 arrows. You end up wanting gold. I think there's one more double augment room I can reach. Just a bit awkward to kill it though, and deal with all these enemies. So I'm thinking I'm going to end my turn with Shadow Image. I'm also thinking I want to plant. I think I'm going to leap down here, bonk a bit, grab the leap again, and then detonate. It's going to be at like 12 stacks. It's not going to one-shot. It might with the stealth. Maybe I start with stealth then, just to get this one shot. It's going to take so much damage if I target this thing. I have the HP to work with. I could also pop the shield. I mean, I don't need to detonate it this turn. I could always detonate it next turn, right? It's at 3 cooldown, so I'll go down to 2 naturally, and then I pop 2 orbs, so I could detonate next turn. It means I can't really double leap then. I'm thinking of basically using detonate like this on these 3 enemies. But then I can't double leap if I plan on using detonate next turn as well. I think I'm going to ignore this thing. I'm just scared of getting like overrun with enemies and I can't really deal with them. And it's just a little bit of gold that I'm missing. It's just too awkward to kill this thing. Because in doing so I would have to shadow image and then I wouldn't be able to walk out of the circle. So I'd be taking like 6, 12. I'd be taking at least 16 damage. I could pop the shield pot though. Just such a good potion to keep. Like I want this potion for like sketchy turns rather than gaining like what, 200 gold. I just need the gold so badly though. Alright, I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go like both ways. So basically I'm not gonna use detonate this turn. I'm gonna use it next turn. And then I'm gonna hope that there's a lot of enemies around this thing next turn so I could detonate like in a big circle. So the plan is to leap twice, get burn going, and then end my turn with a shadow image. I like to kill the bats so they don't get wasted on the shadow image. It should be possible. I don't get my plant down this way as well. That's okay. Maybe I don't need to end with shadow image. Just end with plant. Take 3 damage. 3 damage is 3 damage. Alright, so I do get a better detonate here. Pretty strong one. But I am taking a lot of arrows, so I'm gonna end turn with shadow image. And just tank it all. So the plan is to leap on these twice and then detonate them. Yeah, just leap on these twice, detonate them all. And then shadow image and take nothing. Wait, why is that not... Hang on. Why is the top cannon not getting detonated? On defeating an enemy, detonates spreads. Oh. I didn't know that part. So you have to defeat the enemy for it to be AoE. I actually just realized that part of it, because it almost always just one-shots everything. Okay, so now it spreads. So I want to burn this at least once more. It's at 1. It's doing a circle, so it's going to end up dying. Should be able to do what I want here and make it out. So this is actually interesting. So it also spreads to enemies outside of the circle. So it's basically spreading in the circle, and then this gets it, and then this is spreading in the circle as well. So you can kind of chain enemies this way as well. Another thing I'm learning about detonating. Alright, so they're taking 19. Have no fear. Shadow images here. Alright, so I'm amplified, which means I'm taking more damage. How much more? 50%. So I'm only taking 4 arrows. Kinda scary, and I can't detonate this turn because I used my orb last turn before I detonated. So all I have on this turn is 2 leaps and bonks. So I think this is definitely a shield turn. Yeah, so I can just shield it all up. So I just want to spread as much burn as I can to deal with all these enemies. So I definitely want to burn this so that all 3 of these die. And I'd also like to kill this as well. I'm actually taking way more than this. It's only showing this because I'm stealth twice right now. I need to be a little careful here. Is there a way to kill the 715 enemy? I don't think there is. I mean, like, I could just use everything on it, but it's so unvaluable. This is definitely a plant turn. It's going to be the hardest turn of the fight. I don't know though, because the plant's only used on bonks. It's not really used on anything else right now. The plan is leap here, grab the orb, leap down here. Should be able to get all 3. Yeah. Then try to kill these 2. Like, damage them as much as I can. And then pop my pot. And then next turn I have detonate, and it should be a lot easier to deal with everything. So I'm going to be taking 7, 8, 6, 21. I'm not sure if it's counting the amplifier or not. Taking a lot of damage here, even with the shield pot. And I think it is going to be counting the amplify. Actually, wait. 12, 18, 8, 14. Yeah. How is it counting it though? Because I'm stealth twice right now. It's like, which 2 are getting stealthed? It's hard to say. Yeah, I think I'm stealthing these 2 and then tanking these 2 at the moment with this. So I think it is counting the amplify already. Unless it's not showing in this visualization. I'm not sure. Let's just do our turn. Using too much of my brain. Alright, so it shows I'm taking 24, which is just what it's showing above their heads. 14, no. Okay, so it is counting amp. Yeah, so on their heads it's showing 21, and then I have 3 shield already, so it's actually dealing 27, which isn't 50%, but okay. Must be like doing rounding downs. Alright, so the cannon's already dead to burn. We just pop this a bunch. And then pop my potion. Alright, so I did end up taking 4. I'm at 2 amplify stacks now, I'm pretty sure. I'm dealing with 3 arrows. I definitely want to kill this thing, and then leap up here and detonate. Yeah, I should be able to deal with this easily. Oh nice, I extracted. These are the last enemies to deal with, so might as well just grab the plant. Alright, bit of a scary fight, but got out of it with the shield potion. I've never seen this before. Will reserve or magic power? I think they made this game a little too easy by having so many more higher rarity powers. This game was already like very, very easy. I was winning like 95% of the time in Inkbound. Now they're giving you things like this. I think I'd just rather the magic power, honestly. 40% damage is just going to be better than the +1 will at this point. Name rewards. We have Mumsy's Money Machine. On your first turn, gain 1 power for every 50 quillings you have. Pretty good. Part of the last Lifeless. On your first turn, gain 1 power for every 7 max HP. I will have 45 with this, so it's just like 6 extra. Or double your shield gain. That's just going to be 6 shielding basically a turn instead of 3. I think I will go the Money Machine. Yeah, these aren't that great, but the Money Machine will be good for now for this boss fight. I can inflict Shatter. I do have 1 reroll to spare before my next Ascension. Accurate Image is not that bad. It's actually not good. All I need is 2, because I'm always going to be Leap on cooldown before I detonate. So it's going to give it to detonate and bonk guaranteed. Just kind of a plus of having no damaging abilities is that your like big payoff move is guaranteed to crit with Shadow Image as long as you get 2 charges. So I don't need this 3rd charge. I think I will roll, try to get Scorching. I'd rather Whack-a-Bonk for sure. I don't know, maybe it's better to just save my rerolls for like temples and obviously Ascensions. I'll just grab this as a throwaway again. Shop or hovel. I would go shop here to grab some strong relics, but I have Mumsy's now, so I kind of want to save my money. Let's go hovel for the relic. Poison Heart, Roots of Reprieve, or Stone Mind. Stone Mind is less valuable because I'm at 35 max HP. Let's go Roots of Reprieve. Physical Bindings, gain cost discount. I mean, eventually I'm not going to have any physical bindings, that was the thing. But every reroll is an AP. So, I don't really want to like reroll much. And I'm going to be rerolling for blues, like the purple was lucky. I'll just take the Roots of Reprieve. Was this boss? I didn't recognize. I mean, if it's boss, then I just waste a turn of not prickly puffering, that's fine. It's whatever. It is the boss. I don't actually take damage in this fight. Like, this boss is very mediocre in the damaging department. So I think I'm just going to save this fish for, like, a better use. Alright, let's see here. I could do, like, a chain detonate. Potentially. These are gonna die to the leap, though. They also die to bonk, even though I do no damage. Like, I have no damage upgrades, but all this AP is still making them one shot. Alright, so I think I don't end up detonating then. Just gonna leap these down. I think just tank it all with a Shadow Image. Kind of a hard turn to parse. I think I am free to use Cultivate. So I'm gonna Cultivate, leap, grab the orb, leap, bonk. So that's 4 mana I use, then I have 6. And then I run away and Shadow Image. I don't really want to run away all the way though. So this is dealing 7 if I stand here. I'm getting 3 shield. Because like standing out here is really bad because the creep comes in. Yeah, this turn is very awkward. So they died a burn. Let's grab orb, then leap up here. And bonk. It sucks that I'm not burning the boss at all. So they're all dead. I think I will take the 8 Rhinferno damage. Alright, just gonna bonk this down a bit and stand out here and evade. Alright, so taking 4 from the Rhinferno just to have better positioning, because if I stand out here I'm gonna have to walk out anyway because of the blight. I guess the blight doesn't come in turn 1, it comes in turn 2. Should have known that. Alright, so now I stack burn. I could one-shot it with the crit detonate as well. Might as well. Alright, so that gets it down already. I'm gonna turn near the orb. Okay, so I have 2 orbs to use on detonate. Just kind of trying to measure out my leaps here. I'd like to get the boss into all of them, so let's do that. Leap here again. Maybe just one-shot it, even without a crit. Let's see. Leap down here. Grab the orb and see if I get a crit. It's not actually letting me leap there. I guess the rock's in the circle. Let me leap there, but the boss didn't get hit. Okay, so I do get the crit. 12% crit chance is coming in handy. So I do just one-shot it now. Okay. Burn build is finally starting to pay off. If I do get what I need from my 2, then I am in business. Alright, so I missed here. I definitely want Whack-a-Bonk. See what I get here. So I did get my Spark. I was hoping for my 2. I think I will take Spark though. So I'm going to be inflicting 6 a turn with Bonk. And then I want to roll for Whack-a-Bonk now that I know I hit something good here. So the first reroll should do it, right? Yeah, because I only have 3 augments, and there's 2 per. That's a good thing about like maxing 2 augments early, is that you're guaranteed to get what you want with a reroll, basically. So this is guaranteed Whack-a-Bonk. So let's just grab our guaranteed Whack-a-Bonk. Basically 3 extra bonks a turn, and now that our bonks are doing 5 extra burn, it's going to pay off very well. Bonk is our main burning ability now, other than our leap, which was our main burning ability before. Alright, restore to full, and time for the box fight. The box is phased. That's interesting. I don't think it ever does damage. I'm pretty sure all it does is summon, right? I could detonate here to hit this as well. Just a little awkward. My detonate is critting, so I don't need too much burn on everything, actually. And these aren't that scary, even though they arrow for a lot of damage. I do have evade. Let's leap down here. Just to grab the orb. And leap here. I don't want to get this killed, is the thing, because I need it alive to detonate. Let's leap here. So this dies to detonate now. So I can hit this once to get it burning and make my way over to the box. Might as well hit it again just to reach the box. It gets 1 burn rather than wasting a will to move. Alright, Alright, so now I can hit the box. Why is this not dying anymore? Alright, so what's happening here? I think that my target is getting crit, and then I think my target is getting crit, and then the AoE is not getting crit. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. That's interesting. So that means I need to burn this a little more. Let's just burn this a bit and then see what happens. This dies now. But it's not dying on this. It's not dying if I hit this. Very interesting. Hang on. What the heck is happening? So it's got the thing on the right goes to 400 if I hit it like that. But if I hit like that, it goes to 348. Oh, it's because I'm getting more heat. I'm getting heat for each one. Okay, so that made sense, but why why is only one of them getting crit? Alright, so I just hit this once. I made an error. Can't walk out anymore. Thought I would be able to walk out of this guy's hit. So I'm gonna take 18. Unless I just do this. I mean, the burn only loses 1 stack. It's not that big of a deal. I can also grab the orb. Yeah, just grab the orb and then I can leap. This also works. Alright, very interesting turn. Learned a little bit there. Alright, so getting arrowed once and I can't detonate it. I'm really sad with my abilities this game. The 4 rolls for Cultivate really hurt the run. I should have just taken Blink or Chain Lightning. Definitely Blink though, would have done a lot more. Blink is good with Detonate. So you can detonate each turn. Because Blink gives you extra orbs. But anyway, just burn this guy down. And then I'm going to end turn with Shadow Image. Just feels so bad to get like a bad run in this game, even though it's like still a win. You want to get OP in this game. Aspect of Ashaloon. Bottled Whirlwind. Gain 1 stack of evasion. Carnival Candy. So I am killing the boss really quickly. Basically every time detonates up, it's getting 1 shot in the phase. So I will take Carnival Candy. This is a reroll. Let's see what's here first. So I think minus will is the better one of the 2. Then here I'd rather magical bindings, since I am 3 magic, 1 fizz now. I think I'd rather just magical bindings over the -1 will cost. Now I have 3 rerolls for this. I want magic or ability power or burn damage. Shielding is useless because I have Token of Regret. So burn damage. Burning for 57, but it's going to be more because I have Carnival Candy. As well as this isn't counted. Oh no, so this is counted. So this +10 is counted, but this +10 is not counted yet. So I will be at 24 magical or ability power. See what's in the store. So is Byron the Talking Book worth 8 ability power? If I get the ability power buff, it is. If I get shielding buff, it's not. If I get will buff, it is probably not. I think I'm just going to say no to everything here. I'd rather the AP for my money. Byron the Talking Book is normally very strong, but combined with Mumsies, I just rather the ability power right now. This makes it so I don't have to burn as much. Gives me more freedom with my will for the turn. Alright, so plan for the boss is every turn I get detonate up, I one-shot the phase, and then I only use the orb to get more detonates. So let's kill the boss. Just want to see if I could get a detonate to hit 2 things. I don't think I can. Just want to make sure, and yeah, I can't. So I'm just gonna hit the boss a bunch and then detonate him, and then turn the shadow image. So I guess I should start turning the shadow image. No, because I wanted to bank these 2 hits. A little awkward. So if I shadow image first, then I waste the stacks of stealth on just my bonk. If I shadow image last, then I lose my heat. So I'm just gonna shadow image last. Getting lots of extracts. Alright, so I one-shot it. I'm just going to use 1 orb here to stealth. I'm going to save the orbs for cooldowns. Alright, so he's flying now. And this guy's using barrier, which kind of sucks. Blazing barrier makes me take 3 extra damage every time I hit. So I think that means I have to just kill this guy then. Could just end my turn, honestly. Yeah, this might be an end turn angle. So I don't want to hit into the barrier, and I don't want to waste detonate on this thing. So let's start with cultivate. And grab these orbs since they're going away next turn. And by the way, when the boss is flying, you can't be hit. Something I should have mentioned. I'm just gonna waste my movement here just to hit this thing a bunch. Yeah, I just want to get my 3 shield. Also just keep hitting it for the extracts as well. So I forgot to pop my fishy. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem that I can't kill these because of the blazing barrier. I gotta remember to kill this guy on turn 1. Something I don't really run into much. Normally my builds are able to one-shot the boss and kill the enemies at the same turn. But this run, my build's not as strong as it normally is. Just trying to think if I want to leap or anything. Don't think I really want to. Just gonna end my turn. Okay, taking a lot of damage here, but there's no barrier anymore. So my detonate does not hit the boss and the enemies. Kind of a problem, but I have multiple detonates this turn because of all the orbs. So the question is, what do I want to deal with first? I think I deal with the boss first. Yeah, let's detonate the boss, see how much mana I need to use for it. And also see how much orb I generate with bonk. I'm able to hit 2 things at once. I should have checked that. This boss does have like a wonky hitbox. No, I can't hit boss and a thing at the same time. Alright, just hit the boss then. I'd like to crit my detonate, but I have to waste 2 orbs for that. I guess it's worth it. I need 3 orbs. Yeah, I need 3 orbs to detonate twice. So in order to crit my detonate, I need to, or at least crit my first one, I need to generate an orb with extracting. I think I should have killed these first, so that I can crit my second detonate by picking up 2 orbs. So let's do that. Kill these first. I'm gonna grab this. They still don't die. Okay, now they die. I do want to hit the mushroom. I should have enough mana to get through the turn. Alright, so leap is the exact same amount as bonk in terms of burn. And Bonk has the chance of generating orbs, so Bonk is better. And then I want to stealth like halfway in between, if that makes sense. I need to get my leap on cooldown also, something to think about, so that this hits my 3 guaranteed. And then if I am getting rid of all my heat right now, or eventually, I might as well, I'll cultivate on the same, at the same time that I shadow image. It's a little complicated, but I need to get rid of my heat halfway through, so that my stealth works on my 3 still. So my 5 charges of stealth, I want 3 of them to be on my bonks to generate 3 heat. And then I want 1 on my crit detonate, so that I get the additional 10 AP on that. And then the last one is to tank the 5. Hopefully that all makes sense. It's a little confusing. I also want to grab this first, so that I can 2 to get it on cooldown. So I need to use this when I'm at like 4 energy left, I guess. I don't even need all that. Look at this damage. Already doing that much. Yeah, I don't need to think. I don't know why I'm thinking. I'm at the point where like nothing really matters. That's how strong dot builds are on bosses. So this dies to burn, which is what I want. And end my turn with this. And this. So now he shouldn't fly. Yeah, now I just one-shot him. Now I just one-shot him. Okay. Spent too much time thinking on a turn that I didn't need to. Just wanted to make sure I was min-maxing correctly. But we got there. It was a little iffy at the start. The run did not go how it should have, but we got there. Once again, that's kind of the point of the series, is that I'm showing off every kind of run. Like I'm showing this iffy run where wasted rerolls early, didn't get what I needed, and then kind of couldn't get the run rolling until the end. I ended up eking out the win. That's win number 90. Pretty good, pretty good. I'd say about like 5 of these wins are like unranked questing. 35 of them are ranking up to Inkbound, which is the max difficulty, and then the rest, which is what, like 50, are Inkbound wins. But my win rate in Inkbound's around like 90 to 95% in solo. And then when I'm duoing with like other Inkbound players that I have good coordination with, it's 100%. Like I haven't lost in duo yet. The game's like way too easy in duo. There's so much like synergy you can do. You can have one person focus damage, one focus on like supporting. It's just very consistent because you have 2 people that have the potential to get OP rather than 1. And even though the enemies have like increased HP, like you're still just one-shotting everything. Yeah, that's it for this run. So the next run will be the next character in line, Mosscloak. Hope you all learned something from this, even though the run did not go how I planned. I might have gone into burn a little too early. On that 4 reroll turn where I rerolled into cultivate, I should not have taken, or I should not have rerolled that much. Definitely should have just taken the chain lightning right away, and then hedged into like a crit build, because chain lightning on Magma Miner is very, very strong, because you're able to generate the 10 heat. Chain lightning's also good at generating heat, because you can hit like 7 enemies with it. And then you get a big smash off the chain lightning amplified damage, which is 50%. And then there's also opportunities to take other good abilities like Blink. Blink would have been great for that run as well. Yeah, so that was a mistake. I just wanted to get the incendiary, kind of show off how the burn build's supposed to look, but I wasn't able to get there, and then the run got pretty sketchy for a while, but in the end, the dot build prevailed and was able to one-shot bosses. Yeah, I hope you all learned something from this. If you guys have any ideas for like series I can make or like different video types, let me know. Definitely want to get some good educational content out for this game. Been loving it. So yeah, leave some feedback below in the comments or anything, any type of series I can make, or like any editing style you'd like to see. Like if you'd like to see like meme videos or just other kind of content for this game. Right now I'm kind of focused on Inkbound runs, where I kind of talk through my thought process and kind of show off all the different builds for all the characters. So right now the plan is to just go through them one by one. So next video is going to be Moss Cloak. So I will see you all for that video. If you guys like this type of content, make sure to subscribe. Really helps me out. And I will see you all in the next video with Moss Cloak. Peace.